guys, thanks for tuning in to another podcast. Today I wanted to talk about Dan Slott's Dead No More, The Clone Conspiracy number 2. This issue starts off with Scarlet Spider desperately trying to escape zombies in an alternate universe San Francisco. He barely makes it out alive when an ally opens up a portal for him to Marvel's 616 universe or Marvel Prime or whatever you want to call it. I lose track of these things. Anyway, we then cut back to Jackals Lair, where Peter is fighting reanimated Dr. Octopus. There is some extended exposition so Spider-Man can find out how Otto, quote, survived the events of Spider-Verse, and then Miles Warren, aka the Jackal, steps in. Miles then walks Peter through New You and shows him the so-called truth behind his secretive technology. All of Peter's deceased foes have been resurrected, which Jackal says was done to clean the slate for him and honor his previous no one dies philosophy. At some point, Captain Stacy figures out that Gwen Stacy next to him is not his real daughter, and when her cover is blown as Spider-Gwen, she and Peter escape through a ventilation shaft. It turns out the reanimated Gwen is locked away with Kane and needs Jackal's pills before she dies. Peter luckily got some from Jerry Saltier's wife when he went there to see how the Parker Industries employee was doing after his New You procedure. Kane goes to Horizon University to get the medicine and then explains to Anna Maria Marconi that he didn't tell Peter what was going on because on at least 12 worlds, he is responsible for a zombie apocalypse. Audience can read the next part in Amazing Spider-Man number 21. Okay, long story short, the legacy of this story will really depend on what Dan Slott's final twist is before all is said and done. If the Peter Parker really teams up with the Jackal and is essentially seduced by the dark side, then that isn't cool. Creating a situation where countless universes sink into the despair of a zombie wasteland because of the actions of the Peter Parker, well, that would be the equivalent of Dan Slott taking a massive dump on your collection of Spider-Man comics while you're away on vacation, turning up the heat, and then walking out the door. If, however, it turns out that Kane is merely encountering different universes where the Peter Parker is killed by the Jackal, this Jackal being a Peter clone who takes over Parker Industries for nefarious purposes, then fine. That's acceptable because heroes do die in battle. Again, it would be distasteful for Marvel to use its limited time, money, and resources to tell everyone that the Peter Parker will ultimately bring ruin and sorrow to the Marvel Universe. Finally, I want to say that the art by Jim Chung on this issue is top-notch. The guy really does seem to knock it out of the park, and the book is probably worth buying just to gaze at the artwork alone. Anyway, that's about it for now, but I'd like to hear what you have to say. Are you reading The Clone Conspiracy? Do you like it? What do you think Dan will do with Peter Parker before it's all over? And will he honor the character's history, or will he unleash a heaping helping of creative diarrhea, or should we say danorrhea, all over your comics collection? Let me know in the comments section below, and check out DouglasEarnsBlog.com for more coverage just like this. See you next time.